McLean, and I am ready for a shave. It's been way too long. It seems like, to be honest, it's only been about 3 days, but it seems like 3 weeks. Bringing out, of course, the Wade and Butcher 7/8 once again because I've only used it one other time. It's time to give it a little play, a little gameplay, so to speak. Speaking of giving some gameplay, today I'm going to be using some Irish Stout from some Irish guy's shave soap, nonetheless. Yes, indeed. Jason Moore's got some excellent product, and I'm going to be using this today. It smells wonderful. I don't really know the exact scent. Of course, I got the sample pack, and thanks, Jason, for sticking the sample pack in. I guess he was the guy that did it. Maybe not. Someone other person could have done it. It was in one of the recent pass-arounds, and Dirty South Shavers had the pass-around, so I got that. In the meantime, I got this a while back from Jason himself. This is Sláinte, which is more or less to your health from old Irish Gaelic speaking. Sláinte or cheers or skull or whatever the case may be. So going to be using that aftershave. I already have on some pre-shave oil. One of my favorite brands of pre-shave oil is The Art of Shaving. A little more expensive, but it's a good product. It's extra thick. It goes on like honey. That's the consistency of this. And it does put up a layer of protection between your skin and the razor. And as I use a lot of straight razor for shaving purposes, then that's why I want it. I have a awesome 24 millimeter knot from a wet badger. No, actually it's a Silvertip Badger, Finest Grade Silvertip Badger. Dennis Coluccio hand-turned ebony wood, like this brush, really nice. And I'm going to be using this and getting the soap already started. So that's what we'll do right now. I have it in my bowl. Just wet it a little bit, woo, and shot it across the room. Sorry about that. Just kidding. It wasn't that bad. Anyway, just wet it a little bit and press it into the bowl. That's one thing about these slick bowls you have to worry about. I've been looking around trying to find something with some ridges built into the bottom. I did notice that Monica Gillum from Vanulay Soaps, Soap of the Gods, she has some bowls on her website. Fairly inexpensive too, as I noticed. I think, don't quote me on this, but they were around maybe $14 or $15. I'm not sure, not positive, but they did have little bumps and ridges in the bottom of the bowl, which I like that, especially when it comes down to lathering with some soap samples, which I do quite often because I like to get involved in some of the wet shaving community's pass-arounds. I just signed up for another one yesterday. I hate to go around saying the names of these shave groups because I may get some of them incorrect, and I don't want to make anybody mad. But it was Monica Gillum's pass-around that she's doing. I believe it's on the Northwest Shaving Group, the Northwest Wet Shavers. So check it out. This soap is lathering up rather nicely right in the bowl. I'm just spinning it around. There's a lot of shaves on this little sample too. The sample is called Irish Stout. And there it is. There's old Jason on the front.
Looking all dapper he is, isn't he? Ah, the little people would be proud of you, my lassie.
Or laddie, my bad, sorry. Okay, we're stirring it up, coating up a good amount of lather on this brush because it smells good, number one. I want to be able to smell the scent on my face. But number two, it seems to be lathering really nicely. In fact, so nicely, I'm going to remove the sample. Just take it right out of the bowl, just about the same shape it was when I first put it in. Rinse it off a bit, let it dry on the counter, and then I'll use it again. All right, here we go. I'll add just a little bit of water to this, just a few drops. And it's coming to life. Nice. Has sort of a light goldish brown tint or texture to color to this soap. It smells good. I like it. Oh yeah. I'm not sure of what the ingredients are, but that's okay. I trust the guy that makes it. I know it's a quality product. I've used his stuff before, so it's always been good. And I was right. Even though I don't know what's in it. Not exactly what's in it. I'm trying to place that. I've been trying to place this scent, but I really don't know. Going to add just a few more drops of water in my bowl and dig some of the bubbles out of my sinuses. Weekend came and went rather quickly. We got snowed in. Worst of all, we got freezing rain on bottom underneath the snow. About 2 inches of frozen precipitation. And then it snowed an additional 2, maybe 3 inches on top. So what we have got locally is a mixture of yuck and some dangerous driving underneath. You have to consider the fact that here in the South, where I live in western Paducah, Kentucky, western Kentucky, you have to consider the fact that here we don't have like giant road crews that come in because we don't get very much snow. It wouldn't behoove the county to invest in a ton of snow removal equipment just to sit in the garages for 2 or 3 winters at a time, only to be brought out once in a blue moon to do a little work. Just wouldn't make sense. So that's the reason we end up having a lot of road problems. Okay, let's go ahead and find out how we're going to shave today. Already stropped, by the way. Nice. I like this blade. It's a 7/8, and I'm used to using an 8/8 because I like the 8/8 razor. But Wade & Butcher is just so awesome. It's just a big, thick piece of steel. You know, you can hang on to it. I've got big hands, so it's really handy. Just sort of lining out the beard. I already had a pot of coffee this morning, and it's about 4:30 a.m. and I got the handshakes. You don't want that with a straight razor. Joking. Not quite that bad, you know? This blade doesn't sing, I guess is the word. It doesn't talk back to you like the 8/8 does. When I shave with it, you can just hear it making all kinds of little musical notes as it chops off the whiskers. There you go. I'm going to add just a little bit more water here. That's how I do it, just a few drops. Stir it accordingly. Still making up a lot of lather. No more soap is in my bowl, just what I've loaded onto the bristles. Doing a great job too. I think I got a little too much water though. But that's okay. You can always load more soap onto it if you need it. In fact, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I got a little too much water on that one. It happens. Just gotta be careful. I don't think anyone has ever had the perfect lather. Although I've maintained several close ones in my day. But you have to work at getting the type of consistency or lather you want. I know I've got a few new wet shavers to the community following me here on my YouTube channel, and I certainly appreciate that. I want to say thank you, number one. Give a shout out to my buddy Nate, also to my buddy Nicholas, my buddy Kevy Shaves. I don't want to miss anybody. My good buddy Steve Harvey, Mike Baker, Bob Gonzo Randolph. The list goes on and on and on. Just some wonderful people in the wet shaving community. All right, I've loaded it up again because I got too much water. Now I'm just going to stir it around and get it going. It's a good soap, it really is. It smells nice too. I was reading a little story Jason Moore told. I think it was on his website. I'm not sure. It could have been in one of the wet shaving groups. Not sure. He is in a couple I know. He could have been in Shave Mug Society when he told that. I'm not sure, but I think it perhaps was on his page. He was at the barber shop getting a trim or a haircut, and the barber, I think it was a female, complimented him on his scent. Oh, that's some good smelling aftershave you got on. Where did you get that? He said, oh, I made it myself. And that's awesome. It's an awesome feeling to have other people enjoy using your product. And that's how I feel about my Mutiny Bay Rum and my new scent Blimey, which is Bay Rum and Lime, coming out soon. You know, I just want people to be happy and use it. Have fun, enjoy life, enjoy shaving. I do. All right, going to do the mustache trim. I mentioned before that this blade sticks out just a little bit. Can you see that? There you go. You can see it, I think. It sticks out almost like a French tip right on the end. It's not really necessarily a barber's notch, but it does stick out enough that allows me to trim underneath the septum and around the mustache. Right like that. Wade and Butcher, those guys, yeah, they knew what they were doing when they decided, why don't we make us some razors, y'all? You think they were sitting around one day? And that's what they said? Why don't we make us some razors, y'all? I doubt if it sounded like that at all from Sheffield, England. But it's fun to imagine. Doing a little trim around the goatee. area. Nice. Okay, we will do the trim of the beard line. A lot of good whiskers coming off of there. I like to press the towel right at the base of the neck and pull. It stretches the skin taut enough that it will allow for a perfect shave on the neck area. And that's what works for me. Whatever works for you, do it. Good soap here, Jason. I like it. Smells good too. Going to complete the beard neck area now, the downward pass. This is what I was talking about, pulling the skin taut. I promised myself I wasn't going to drink another pot of coffee in one sitting and shave. I don't listen to my own advice. But honestly, I can tell a little bit of shakiness in the razor. Nice. Pretty good first pass, I'll have to say. But when you bring the 7/8 weight and butcher to bat, you're going to do a little whisker trimming, I guarantee it. Okay. Righto, the upward pass. Here we go. Excellent. Good shave today. Excuse me. Now I'm just going to clean up on my neck area. Make sure I don't haven't missed any spots, basically. Yeah, I got myself right there. I thought I did. It happens. Not even making a sound now because it got such a close pass on the first pass, which is great. And that's it. And you know what? I am done. Just check, make sure I didn't miss any spots. Nope. Great. Man. One heck of a razor, let me tell you. And time for some Sláinte. I do know that this stuff has some menthol in it, and it does have some grapefruit, and I like that. Sláinte. Open up your sinuses too. Nice, very nice. Thank you, Jason Moore. This shave's dedicated to you today, my friend. I'm going to put on a little bit of beard lube from Jack Black. This stuff is like a conditioning shave, pre-shave, post-shave. This stuff has some organic ingredients in it that I know is, it has to be some eucalyptus, because I am smelling eucalyptus. Peppermint oil, okay, menthol, yeah, eucalyptus, there you go. And the list goes on. So now I am breathing through my sinuses the proper way. And I still have that little bit of a spot there, so I'll break out the alum block from Razor Rock. A lot of people told me their alum blocks broke. Well, I never really dropped mine, honestly, but I did once, but it didn't break. But that has helped me right there to obtain Ho status, baby. Ho status. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Get out and have some fun and get your shave on when you can, okay? Be sure and pay it forward to your friend, your buddy, your neighbor, anytime you get the opportunity. And like I always say, if you don't have the opportunity, make one, okay? It's not that hard. Thank you once again. Peace.